views in this program are based on the opinions of hosts and guests. We are four friends who like to sit around and talk about a variety of topics. This show may be political in nature and may appear one-sided if no one of opposition joins in on the conversation. We try to find common ground on sometimes sensitive topics. So grab a beverage of your choice and let's have a conversation.
Why don't you go home and cry to your granny? Dolph, tie up the brat. Lisa, hold the book. Vincent, get the truck. And Keith, darn it, change your name, please. That's not scary, and I'm embarrassed to say it. Boris, try that. Keith, watch out for Keith.
That means either I'm Dolph or Vincent.
Well, I was just sitting here thinking we should reenact it instead of playing it. We should reenact it as it comes on, right?
Can I be the bunny?
You can't be the bunny.
Yes.
That would be funny though, wouldn't it?
I have sound effects now.
Wow.
I know.
So
right?
John's found a new toy.
Yes, he has.
We're not in the right spot.
I know we're not. I was just looking. Going, did you see me looking? I'm
did.
John's not that way.
He's like, hi, John. How are you?
Oh my God.
Why are we not in the right
Here,
spot?
Lindsay, give me that cup.
It's been one of those weeks.
Hold on.
I just can't.
If there was only some way to magically get it over there.
Yeah, right.
That would be funny if it appeared in the other screen.
Yes,
that would be
it
funny
would.
as hell. All right, let's switch. I don't know why it does it all the time.
There we go.
That's better. Are we off to the races? What app did you download that you're
I
playing
don't know.
with now?
Some stupid app. I just said I need sound effects.
Oh, that's funny as hell.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting show.
It's going to be a very interesting
I
show.
almost wish I had a mic. If I could just put it right here
And just
have a
hit
mic
buttons.
and just be able to.
As you hear Seymour.
Well, you know what? You know what's funny? We'll remember it for next week, but we do have a way to put it into the.
Could I put it in?
He can plug it into his thing. Oh no, it won't play through there.
I have to have the mixer turned on.
Yeah.
Okay.
But knowing that,
But it's our volume for our headsets.
No, that wouldn't
That's
work.
not the same
No,
one.
it has to be an input. That's
Oh,
an output.
okay.
So yeah,
Do you need a 3.5? Or would it hook up to the?
I have everything that'll
Okay,
hook
let's
up to
not
it.
start throwing out numbers. now,
220,
y'all.
221,
I know,
whatever
right?
it takes.
Oh,
like-
I love that movie.
I don't have a 3.5.
Well-
What do you have?
Not a 3.5.
Happy Friday night, everybody. Welcome to Coffee Table Chronicles. Ooh.
Hey,
Christine
We'll
said
figure
nice
out how
sound
to play
effects.
that video, and then we'll be ooh.
Then we'll be kicked off. Yeah,
Yeah, then
for sure.
definitely be kicked off.
I wonder if we were to blur it out, maybe, right? We
Or
probably
what?
could do that video that she showed.
Could be.
Then we make it.
You don't. Oh yeah, if you pause it, you do see it.
If
yeah,
you pause
think?
it. That's how
You
you
would have
yeah.
to. Yeah. So there was a video that Lindsay was showing.
You want to
us
see the
before
video?
show.
Message me and I'll send it to you.
So it's
It's funny, but it's graphic.
graphic.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Of course,
It
I
is
don't.
funny.
The person that sent it to you, I don't see them on tonight.
I didn't even know who sent it
Ooh.
to me.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Oh man.
As of 3 seconds ago, I didn't when they sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
You have a new toy, don't you?
What-
Yes, I do.
What
I've
is
been
that-
waiting
what's
all day to do this.
The hell's today's date? I got the wrong glasses on again.
So May 6th,
Jesus.
With the
Cinco de Mayo +1.
Plus one.
Yeah.
We're still recovering.
May the 4th be with you +2.
Hey, there you go. I like that. I like that. That's
And
good.
Right?
T-2
That was pretty.
Mother's Day.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
True.
yeah.
Yeah.
Happy
Don't-
Mother's Day, y'all. Who
Yes.
push children out your vaginas? Good job.
Wow.
It's not,
I just get that
not-
warm,
it's
fuzzy
not-
feeling
do,
from you.
right? It's not for
Yeah,
all
it's like
people.
a warm blanket, isn't it?
It is.
That's not a warm, fuzzy feeling. Eh?
No, it was. It's really not. That's why I chose not to do that.
We have a jam-packed show tonight. There's a lot of
And
stuff
some
going on.
hilarious memes.
Yes, a lot of stuff going on in the news this week.
Oh yeah,
So,
busy week.
Busy news week.
Isn't it always?
I was out of town all week, so I had to do all my catching up over the last 2 days. So hopefully,
All right.
hopefully you got it covered.
I got all the news covered.
Perfect.
I only sent you 4 or 5 memes.
I got you.
Yeah, we got plenty of memes.
Okay.
got
Yeah, we're
memes.
definitely
Okay.
good with memes. So should we get to it?
Yes.
Let's get to it. Let's do our
Let's
memes of
do
the
it.
week.
That's great.
That's who came up with that? I like that. That's it.
That one actually has been floating around the internet from what I saw.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you like this?
I love that.
This is actually pretty hysterical. The fact that she is like just railing on him, yet she's driving a Tesla.
Right, exactly. She's an idiot. She really is.
She's such a dumbass.
I don't know why she looks like a horse.
Because she,
Mr. Ed.
Wilbur.
Wilbur.
The best,
100%.
the best part about
Let's do
this is
Oh my gosh.
who
Tweeted that.
tweeted that.
DeSantis.
DeSantis
Good
did.
job.
It's
Yeah.
like that is the most awesomest thing.
Good job.
Yeah,
DeSantis, are you going to run California too?
that's freaking
No, it
awesome,
doesn't have to. It'd just be like Florida.
right?
No, but he's running it. That's why it's the only way it is the
Oh,
way it
no.
is.
Yeah, but Musk would help out.
That's true. Musk just run Florida.
It's it's
I've always thought this. So if you go back and you watch, this is episode
3.
3.
Yep.
So if you ever go back, and I thought this was fitting since it
Episode
was
3 of what?
Star Wars. Of the
Oh.
so of
Star
the
Wars
three-
or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Okay.
Yep.
Of the 3 prequels, this is the last of the 3 prequels of the later movies. Right.
Yep. Okay.
So the original Star Wars that started in 1977 was episode 4.
Are you laughing at me?
I am. In a
So
good
That was
this-
episode 1. It was the first one out. It's
No,
not, don't
it-
try to throw
It
numbers in
starts
there.
right
This is
from-
why I
right from
never
the-
watched it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to bring this up next week.
What the
It
frack? Why
starts
is it
right
not in
from
order?
the beginning. As soon as you see the trailer coming up, and it says it's explaining. It starts with episode 4.
A New Hope.
Yep. And I was out after that. Is it?
But see, you still should have seen that.
I did. I had to watch them all.
But no, interesting about your point with this though, John. You know when this movie came out?
Episode 3.
It was during a certain president's term, which I found interesting at the time. Because there
Would
was
have been Bush,
no
Obama.
Obama.
This was Obama.
This came out during Obama. So I always thought that was interesting because of what was going on back then, that the political tie-ins from Star Wars to what was happening at the time were pretty relevant. I don't know if
Yeah,
they purposely
I mean,
did it
and I
that
always
way,
thought
but
this. I always thought this part of the movie was very relevant in the
Mhm.
fact that we're gonna make it the first galactic empire. I'm gonna suspend all rules. Blah blah blah. And then she makes this line. So this is how liberty dies with thunderous applause.
Yep.
And I think it actually is. This is how freedom.
no, it's Liberty.
Is it
She says
Liberty?
Liberty, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, she specifically says that. Yeah, I always found that. I'm glad you brought that up because obviously with him, but definitely with Obama because I really thought, you think about the empire, it equates to socialism, right?
Right.
Communism,
Right.
Really. So very interesting. And I'm glad you brought that up. It's just funny. I love this. This is,
I'm a hoe is not a
this
trash.
is Lindsay. That's
It
awesome.
just keeps coming around with me.
We
I like
haven't
it.
seen those cat memes for a while. so-
I
They're
know.
good. I had to bring one back.
They're
That's
great.
a good one.
It was funny. I don't remember what I was in. Some,
What is that even from?
It's from one of those. It's from the Real Housewives of something.
And there's a cat in a chair?
It's not. They just made fun of that scene.
Oh, okay.
But I was actually in a store somewhere one day. I think it was Discount Tires, and they had it playing on
Of
the
course,
TV.
Seymour comes to start.
Seymour's here.
And that scene was actually on TV.
Oh, was he? You
Yeah,
actually got to
'cause
really see it?
Yeah, I never knew where it came from, and I saw this. Oh, that's where they got that meme from.
It's
Okay.
hilarious.
So I always thought that was interesting. Oh, I lost my mouse.
Uh-oh.
Seymour chased my mouse.
This is hilarious. The fine line between geneless and idiot. Right?
Right?
Alrighty.
That's funny.
Walks like if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, according to Facebook
Fact checkers.
Fact
checkers.
Is in fact the squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
You can hold that closer to the mic.
Oh, I will, but it's
I love it. She stole my meme.
I
but-
did. And then he yelled at me for
I
sharing it
was like,
to
you
the
stole my
group.
meme.
He was like, you stole my meme. I didn't want anybody to see it. I'm like, you've met our group.
did I send the meme a handful of weeks ago where it shows the AR with the little clown horn on the bottom?
No.
Oh my god, I love that because
Right.
Really, Dad?
how
did
do
you get away
not
with
watch
that?
Star Wars?
It's not fair to the kids.
Seriously.
But there's a meme out there where it shows an AR with one of the bicycle,
Like the
you
clown.
know,
Wah, wah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it literally says, imagine being in a dark house and you hear, right before you get smoked.
That'd be terrifying.
I know, right?
That's
Yep.
great.
That is terrifying.
I want to get the Velveeta. We need to go buy a Velveeta box just for that.
Yeah, right?
So you
Oh.
sent
Oh,
this
this
to me.
is
I did. So this was on my feed. And it says, please take the COVID-19 survey, even if you feel well.
oh my
Even
God.
people who feel well can help health researchers predict the spread of COVID-19 by answering a short survey from Carnegie Mellon University. Can you spare a few minutes?
Those are the people that called me. Remember I told you when the
Uh-huh.
CDC was calling me?
Uh-huh.
Bastards.
Yep. I
So
was
did
like,
you see
fudge you.
it's in the news? But did you see that the CDC revealed this week that they actually
That
bought?
they've been fact checked.
Well, they bought cell data on Americans to track where they were during the quote unquote lockdown.
Mhm.
Really?
Yes.
No, it came across your phone because I denied it. So it was right after I switched to the Apple phone and it asked you. So I don't know during COVID, but after when I switched, it asked you, do you want the CDC to be able to have access to your phone? And I was like, absolutely fucking not.
No.
Absolutely
Yep.
not.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. It was
on one
all
of the
part
updates.
of it. It was like an emergency update that they needed because they
Mhm.
wanted to be able to have the
Yep.
tracking. And then there was
So they can tell who
immediately
you've been by.
afterwards-
And I even got notifications, like, you know how when there's an Amber Alert or whatever, it comes across the
Mhm.
top of your phone. I'd get a notification that was like, you were in the area of somebody that's been tested positive for COVID. Would you like to go get tested for free?
Oh, I
But the-
remember
but
that.
the
Those would
point
come
is-
through. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess the part that struck me was the fact that it wasn't like it was voluntarily handed to the CDC. Here's some.
Yeah, they paid
actually
for it.
used taxpayer
Right.
money
To
go
pay
out
for it.
To pay for it.
Oh, wow.
And it's like,
That
And I-
seems to cross some
Isn't that criminal?
some
Boundaries.
certain
That's-
lines.
that's
there.
criminal.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
well, and there should be some privacy laws.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that always goes
Absolutely.
that goes into medical privacy and everything else like
Yeah.
that.
Absolutely.
Yep, it's nobody's business.
Well, and not only that, I thought Apple wasn't supposed to be selling that information.
Yeah, I thought Apple was better
Yeah,
than that.
yeah, they are. Stop. Don't
Wow,
give
don't
him-
you give me a that stare for?
Because you made me switch.
I didn't make you do nothing.
I yell at it all the time,
I-
so I'm not happy
she-
with my decision.
She does this.
And I hand it to him. Fucking phone. All day long.
All day long on that one.
Oh, here.
Vasectomies are reversible. Make every young man have one. When he's deemed financially and emotionally fit to be a father, it'll be reversed. What's that? The idea of regulating a man's body make you uncomfortable?
Ooh.
Bye-bye.
Shit, my mouse is acting weird tonight.
Stop losing your mouse.
I lost my mouse.
When you are financially responsible, then give me your mouse back.
Give my mouse
back. It appears to be that the same people who say men shouldn't be making laws about women's body are the same people who say men can't identify as women. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it can be a woman and a woman can be a man, then doesn't it make all of our opinions equal? The answer is no. You are confirming that men and women are different.
Oh,
Mm.
excellent point.
Where's
Do
your
you have one of those on there?
He has to look for it. Hold, please.
Hey,
There you
oh, look
go.
at that.
Bam. Right, Christine? When you switched, it was like, do you want us to track you and know your whole life?
I'm sure Samsung had it too,
Oh,
though.
thank you.
At some point, everybody had it. I'm
It
sure.
did not. It didn't say
I
so.
bet you did.
Did not. It did not. Samson's
So this
better.
isn't really a meme, but I thought this was interesting. I ran across this. I think it was on Getter that I saw this.
Yeah.
President this week said that MAGA crowd is the most extreme political organization that's existed in recent American history.
Yes.
I love Trump's response to it, but it's just interesting because we've been labeled as domestic terrorists a long time ago. Right?
Yeah.
I thought I was a domestic terrorist when I didn't get my vaccine.
Oh, that's right.
That too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get to be one twice?
That too.
They keep broadening the definition.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
you
So
know.
that is actually in the newsletter.
I was just gonna say I have a comment on that, but it's
Go
in
ahead
the
and say
news.
it.
Yeah.
So did you see the story that they think or that they're uncovering that there were what do they call those actors that
Oh, crisis actors?
not crisis actors.
They were the ones who did the COVID stuff.
Yeah.
but this was for January 6th that
Oh, yeah.
they're connected with government agencies
Right.
and pushing people they're uncovering more and more videos and stuff of them opening
Pushing
up the
people
doors,
in,
pushing them
yeah.
in and this and that. They're finding
Pushing the
more-
crowd where they want it to go.
Exactly. I found that really interesting.
They're sheep herders.
Well, the thing
Essentially,
is,
go this way, go this way. Oh, go through
Yep.
this door. Look, it's open.
exactly.
It's just kind
exactly.
of sick that becomes an inside job now at this point. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And there was so much. I mean, I personally think the election was screwed because of that in some ways.
Oh, absolutely.
Aside from all the corruption in the election, but I really think that it was
Besides?
absolutely done on purpose. Yeah,
that put the
besides,
people
yeah.
that put the people who are on the fence.
on the other side.
Right,
Yeah, absolutely. I
saying,
agree.
"Oh, these are a bunch of right
Yeah, these guys are crazy."
Exactly.
Ooh, I like that laugh. That's a. I gotta remember that one for Halloween. That's a
I'm
creepy
having a
laugh.
stroke.
Don't do that.
It's my normal stroke. It's
And then speaking of fact checkers,
fact checkers.
Oh boy.
I thought-
Facebook fact checkers.
Sorry, that was an accident.
That was great.
It's gonna be an
Meh,
interesting
meh.
night.
It is going to be an interesting night. So, is it really true? Have there been a bunch of fires in food processing
Yes.
plants?
Mhm.
I mean, I
So-
heard of one
Yes.
or two, but I didn't hear of them.
So
Yes.
have you heard of the one? What was it? Probably about a month ago, down in Maricopa.
Mhm.
Their food bank went up.
Yep.
There's been several processing
Plans.
plants that have gone up in flames. There's been a lot more than what we know.
I did not know that.
Yes.
That's
And
interesting.
now it's catching the attention of certain news outlets.
Mhm.
Bongino's been reporting it for
A while.
a week or two.
What's our truth committee doing about it?
They fact checked it.
Yeah.
Fact.
The Ministry of Truth.
Ministry of Truth. Yeah.
They,
It's
they have
false.
they have no opinion.
They don't have enough people yet. They're still training on how to find the
So
truth.
Rob, they
Good
are
point, Rob.
Rob, they are peacefully protesting, regardless of the threats.
Regardless of the buildings burning down, they're
Yes.
peacefully protesting.
Did you just-
Huh?
What did you just say?
I said, regardless of the buildings burning down in the background, they're peacefully protesting.
Yes, they're peacefully protesting.
Peacefully
Disregard the
protesting.
flames.
Yes. Yeah, nothing to see here.
Nothing to
Yeah.
see here.
Nothing happening here.
Disregard. Abort. Abort.
All right, so
Is
that's
that
our
all
me-
the memes?
That's our memes of the week.
Oh, we need one more though. Oh, here, turn me on. Turn me on. We got one more.
We got one more.
3.5 inches.
Okay.
All right. So actually,
3.5
No,
inches.
it's not 3. It didn't say inches. I just said 3.5.
What,
So,
what,
oh
what
wait, we
would
got
it
this
be?
one. We got this one. Hold on. Hold on.
Girlfriend just farted.
Who
Oh.
did?
No.
What?
Oh. Does it smell bad? Of course. Who did that?
Who do you think?
Your dog.
girlfriend.
Well, you're gonna have to unhold your nose here because
Well, I guess. Is that Indiana Jones?
You do not.
I guess this is as good a time as any to ask you, Lindsay Carroll,
Are you serious?
will you marry me?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you. Love you. You suck. Well, I guess everybody knows now.
so we have.
Aw. Got my ring.
How'd I sneak that one in on you?
I just see going in on me. You've been gone all week.
Some things have to remain a surprise.
Apparently.
Come on.
Thank you, Christine.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Who's crying?
You're crying.
You're crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Rob, early.
So we got some.
Hey, at least you didn't say no. That's a good thing.
No.
I
Not
know
for
your
you. I don't
only-
want to be
only
part of your
concern
family.
is the family, right?
Huh?
Your only concern is just marrying into the family.
Mhm.
Right?
Yeah, he's the
so
good one.
here, actually, we should let Keith open that.
Thanks, everybody. Christine says I'm
Thank you,
crying.
guys.
Yay!
Christine, I guess you got to make a trip out here in October.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna be able to-
I'm like, it scares
Just
me.
don't take out the TV.
Take out the cameras.
Don't take out the camera.
Actually, that would be kind of a cool video to watch. It
Yeah,
right at the-
But then it kind of stops the episode.
yeah,
doesn't
it
it?
kind of.
Those are cute. I
Those
like
are really
those.
cute.
I know. We found them at the dollar store.
That's cool.
I know. That's what I said.
And those are just the right size.
I know. I was like, and then you can use them for, the
Anything.
reception.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I already have my
know.
glasses picked out. For
Oh,
reception.
dear. Okay.
You do?
I do. I showed you already.
You didn't think so?
Yeah, it's super simple. They're mason jars.
Of course, my hands are sweaty.
Come on.
Why are you nervous? Are you nervous? I was going to say no.
Lindsay, open that, would you?
I
can't
was
open
I was
that.
afraid you
won't
were
open
going to say
those.
no.
Huh?
I said I was afraid you were going to say no.
I should have.
Well, knowing you, you do it just to bust my balls.
I would. I'd be like, I don't even like you that much. And that's what John would have done.
Yes, I had it ready just in case.
Jesus. What kind of cork is this?
Come on.
It doesn't
Come on.
really come-
Come on.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes,
there we
Christine, be
go.
there in October.
I didn't even get the pop.
You're upsetting the dogs.
Oh.
Hey, that's enough.
Does anybody hear dogs in the background?
We're being attacked by dogs, by the way. I warned her. Rob, he just told me to stay away from you.
Oh, look at this. This is good. Oh yeah. See, we even have
That's pretty
perfect.
good. What is that? Oh, the clink clink. Oh, good. That's cool.
I know you're not a big champagne.
Yeah, I'm not a
person.
big-
I have a feeling that, like in the middle of the day, I'm going to be hearing these sounds.
I know the clink clinks.
Something.
When you're trying,
He's gonna be standing on the other side of the door.
when you're
just
trying to go to
hitting
bed
buttons.
at night, you can hear those.
Oh no,
sounds.
here's the one. Here's the when it's just us.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well, thank you, John and Wendy.
Virtual toast, everyone.
you
Virtual
so much.
toast.
Cheers.
Clink,
Clink.
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 Cheers.
Cheers.
To Davidson's apparently.
Yes.
To the Davidsons.
The Davidsons.
To the newly engaged.
We're engaged. Davidsons.
Shit.
Does that hit home? Ooh, this is good.
Wow, it kind of
that's-
does.
That's really good.
It's Asti.
That's really good. Kind of sweet.
It is.
Should we go out of order?
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
No.
Should we go out of order? Can we go out of order since we're kind of in the moment?
Yeah. We can go out of order.
What do we?
Mm.
That is really
So I
What are
do.
we doing? Hooker now?
I do want to clarify something though for this. We are getting married on the 13th, but we're having our celebration on the 15th.
And why are we getting married on the 13th?
So we can have our 1 year anniversary on Friday the 13th.
That's all I really wanted.
'Cause- That's funny.
Watch out, Bill.
Take that
Watch
damn
out, Bill.
toy away. from
I
the child.
know, right?
All right. So
We have a fun segment
Oh boy.
just for the newlyweds.
just
or
because
the newly
of, just
engaged.
because of
I'm
the
sorry.
new
Yeah.
just because of the date and what we planned, we now have the newly engaged game.
Okay, here we
It's a
go.
new segment.
It's
New
spin-
segment.
it's
New
a
segment, new
spin-off
one-time
of-
segment.
One-time segment.
Here we go. Hold on. How is the cough again?
So we have a series of questions.
So does everyone know the newlywed game? I know Lindsay doesn't.
Nope.
So this
Should I
is
make
a
sure it's
spin-off of the newlywed game. We're calling it the newly engaged game.
So what do we do in the newly engaged game?
So
Dang it, it actually fits really.
So we're asking
I
you
hope so.
both questions. However, we've already asked Keith the set of questions. And now we're going to ask you and get your
So
responses.
if I fail really badly, we can't get unengaged, right?
No, you cannot.
no, we're
get
just going to
unengaged.
have lots of laughs.
Okay, just
that's
making
all.
It's not a pass fail.
It's not. You're not going to be like, can I have it back, please?
Christina used to watch the movie.
Okay, Christine, text
All
me
right,
the
so
answers.
turn Wendy and I off because we need full screen
Okay.
of the
Oh,
Davidsons, the soon to be
I need another
Davidsons.
drink then. This is good.
It's good, right?
Which
It's
one
not
is
bad.
that one? I'll actually drink that.
Martini and Rossi.
Martina Rossi.
I know, but we got one and it was not good for Martini and Rossi.
Did we?
It was the dark one. Because
No, that was Corbel.
All right.
it's the rosé or whatever
Yeah,
one, which
it
is
was
supposed to
Corbel.
not be good. Okay.
There are 15
Can you
questions.
see my ring?
We'll take
Oh,
a
look at
picture of
that.
it
That
and
is
post
good.
it.
That's a good
It's
picture
pretty.
too. There are that should be the thumbnail for the Chrome.
Okay. So I have to hold them up.
But don't let me see
But
him.
you'll rip
Yes.
the top page off.
Okay. And it's on the back of it.
Yeah, so don't let her see it now.
Okay.
So 15 questions.
I'm gonna screw this up.
Getting harder,
No, you're
getting
not.
harder,
It's all good.
getting harder in
In
and
hardness.
your job is to answer the way Keith would answer.
The way Keith would answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other answer than the way
Be Keith.
any other
Be
way
Boris.
Be
than the-
Boris.
so the way Keith answered these questions and Wendy wrote them down on the pad of paper if
Is
it
the way they need to go.
matches, it's a plus. If it doesn't match, it's a negative.
Oh boy.
You have to answer the way Keith would answer.
Okay.
Question number one.
I was very tired when I
Okay,
did this.
let's
by the way.
Let's hear it.
Where did you two meet?
Online.
And the answer is online.
It was called
That's
Hookers
one.
Hookers for Sale. And he was like, I like that hooker.
I can just fold it back. I don't have to rip
Yeah,
it. necessarily.
you can fold it
You can
back.
do that whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Question number two. Who made the first move?
Ooh.
Dun,
Like
dun,
talking
dun,
to or like just a question?
Who made the first move?
Me. I don't know. Like talking to or like move.
Who made the first move?
What made it legitimate?
Keith did not have an opportunity to ask follow-up questions.
dun.
How would Keith answer who made the first move?
Me.
The answer is Keith.
When? Where were
Yeah,
do-
explain
like, move,
this.
So you know why I say that? Because you always say it's my fault.
It is your fault. It is. It's Keith's fault. This whole thing is his
You-
fault. Yeah.
Right?
That's
You
why I'm like
forgot about
first.
that.
You said
Like
because I
first-
sent you a happy
Yeah, that is your
face.
fault. That's why I was wondering, like move or like move.
Right.
Like, I'm like the move.
All right, question number 3. Who said I love you first?
Keith.
Keith's answer is
It's gonna be me.
Sit down. Sit down.
I don't remember. I'm gonna go with
How
Keith
would
because I don't
Keith
remember.
Answer.
I don't remember.
So you're 1 for 2 now.
Oh.
Or 1 for 3.
Number
1 for
4.
These do get harder.
Who is the better gift giver?
Keith.
And the answer
Oh,
is
Keith's answer.
Keith's answer.
I'm gonna
Who
go
is
Keith.
Keith.
I'm still going Keith.
We need more space.
Oh.
No, I give terrible gifts. You give way better gifts.
Oh, see, Wendy is the way better gift giver. All right.
I'm failing.
Question 5.
Are we getting
What?
divorced already?
What is Lindsay's? And this is how Keith would answer. What is Lindsay's favorite vacation you went on together?
Think hard.
Lindsay's favorite vacation we went on together.
How would Keith answer this?
Yes.
California.
California.
You know what?
Did I just
can't
make you change your mind?
Yeah, you can't change.
What
your
did you
And
answer.
the
say?
answer is
Ohio. You were sick the whole time.
He
I
thought
wouldn't,
that.
I wouldn't sit the whole time. But
Almost half the
I
time.
thought that was the only vacation because that wasn't really a vacation for us, California. Though.
Kind of, because we
made
wandered
it.
around for 3 days and ate sushi on the beach.
True, that we
That's
did.
a
Yeah, that does
vacation,
sound
yeah.
actually kind of
It's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went for work for 2 days, and we spent the other 2 days there and wandered around on the beach and ate sushi and
That's
like-
true. I thought Ohio because that was the first time
like vacation, like out
right,
of state,
a
yeah,
true vacation. Yeah,
like
E-
no
e-
work.
Even
no.
though I did get deathly sick.
You were
That's I mean
Weekend
that's,
like
jaunts.
hallucinating,
Right.
thought he was
Yeah.
gonna die. Like,
I mean,
yeah,
you
so
know,
bad.
and I get that because it's sometimes it's just the low key of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wendy and I have been on,
And the
on cruise ships.
getaways.
We've been up to Alaska.
Yeah.
We have been, but on the other hand, one of our favorite vacations was we ran away during the COVID lockdown. And
Yeah.
we went to the Gulf Coast and sat on the beach.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
good with that. Like
Yep.
sat on the beach and ate sushi and
Yeah.
watched the boats sit in the it was
Yeah,
fun.
Yep.
it was.
Went
it
to
was awesome.
Alcatraz.
We did.
So
Yeah.
much.
All right,
Okay.
question number 6.
Keith changes his answer,
Okay,
so I
you're
actually got
1
that
for
one
5,
right.
So
You
you
did-
gotta,
you did
Wendy
get
is
that one
keeping
right.
track.
gotta pick up the
Damn
pace here.
All
You're
right,
1 for
question
5.
number 6. Who had the cooler first car?
Oh, definitely me. Definitely me.
Keith's answer
Okay.
is Lindsay.
2 for 6.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Number
go.
7.
He had like a red
Like
zoom
a Vega
thing.
or something.
Yeah.
No, my first.
All right,
car
now
was
wait a minute.
Jeep
Before you go
Regal.
patting yourself on the back,
Uh-oh.
question 7.
I only got 2 right out of 7. Come on now.
Who is more likely to arrive late?
Oh, we're both earliers. It's gonna be me out of the 2 of us. Out of the 2 of
answer
us,
is
it's me.
Lindsay.
Yeah. I grab my shit at the end and run.
That's why. See, I was going to answer. We're both always on time, but if anybody was
If
going to make
anybody's
us
gonna
late,
be late, it's gonna
it
be
would
me.
be you. I tend to wait on you more than you wait on
Yeah.
me.
It's true. We're still both early,
This-
but
This one
I
is
gotta
going to
grab my
be,
shit.
now we start stepping into the harder stuff. Number 8. If Lindsay had a superpower, what would it be?
Ooh.
Oh,
A
Lindsay
superpower,
doesn't even
imagine
know what
that.
that would be.
Oh, how would Keith answer this question?
To turn everybody into hookers.
I thought of it as she already has a superpower.
To turn everybody into hookers.
Detecting bullshit.
Oh yeah, I like that. That's good. Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm really good at that. I
Number
use that.
9.
I used that a lot this week. That little sensor was up.
What is Keith's worst habit?
Leaving his coffee cups in the house.
And the answer is
Ta-da!
leaving his coffee cups around the house.
With coffee in them. Still.
With coffee in there.
Hey, 4 for
Yep.
9. 4 for 9.
That one I'm good at. That wasn't even hard.
Number 10. What would be Lindsay's last meal?
Tacos.
That's not what I went with.
And that would be tacos.
Okay, we're still 4 for 10.
Oh.
Shrimp over tacos?
I think so. I think you would choose shrimp.
See, if you had said shrimp tacos, you would have been in.
You would have been
Well,
right.
taco could be shrimp tacos.
Oh,
Could
but
be.
it's not could be. This is not a could be game.
It could be.
No, it could not be.
It could be shrimp and shrimp tacos.
Oh, I need a little refill on here, Wen, if you don't mind. Just a
Could be shrimp and
two,
tacos.
2-3 fingers is all. That's good. Just want a little sip. This is good champagne.
It really is.
It
No, this is really good.
All right.
It's
Maybe
not
we
too
need to get
dry,
that.
not too sweet.
It's not sweet. It's not bitter. It's not gross. Like,
Yeah,
that's really
it's-
good.
got a really
Okay.
nice taste.
Number 11.
I only have 4 right.
4 right.
How many questions are there?
15.
15.
I'm never gonna win.
What decade would Lindsay want to live in?
What decade? So like 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yes. 2000s,
2020s.
50s.
20s,
Really?
Really?
50s.
the 50s.
Yeah.
That's
Fucking
your final
awesome.
answer?
They have awesome cars. Oh, per Keith. Per Keith. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say you. What would his answer be?
What would Keith's answer be?
I don't know.
What are you going to
What
go
would
with?
Keith think that I would say?
Yes. What would he think you would say?
I don't know.
Well, if it makes you feel any better,
50s.
if it makes you feel any better, I had no idea.
Okay,
either.
good.
Yeah, okay.
I took a stab at it. I just said the 90s because I know you like the 90s.
90s.
I like the 90s music was good, but that's what I
Right.
grew up in.
Right.
So
What was that?
That was.
But 50s for sure
It
because
comes up with a stupid.
they have good cars. Was that your
yeah.
commercial?
Yeah, it comes up with a commercial every now and then.
Keith loves commercials.
Okay. Number 12.
So you're 4 for 11.
Finish this sentence. I wish Keith would pay as much attention to me as he does his blank.
Podcasting shit.
Okay, there's number 5.
Oh.
And I win.
Number
That should count for 2.
Number 13. No, that might have been too easy.
That was as easy as the what does he leave around the house?
All right, so
This next one was hard.
This one might be
damn it.
hard.
This one was hard.
Think is Keith.
It was hard for
Think
me
is
to
Keith.
answer.
Shit.
What is the one thing that Keith? Oh, well, sorry. What is the one thing of Keith's that you would throw away?
Star Wars shit.
Okay, there's number 6.
Did I win?
Oh,
This should be how well do you know your partner?
I've got this.
number 14.
Could I almost
Two.
get?
You don't like my Star Wars stuff?
I could get half
You can.
if I get this one right.
Who owns more shoes?
Oh, me. Yeah.
Okay, now you're at half. 7 out of 14, right?
Here's the
We
most
got-
important one.
Oh, yes, this is the tiebreaker.
Good, because I need it.
Who is the better driver?
Okay, better in terms of
What would
who,
Keith
In
who
my
I would
opinion.
want to drive with, or
Nope.
better
No.
as in
In my
what would
opinion.
Keith
Like-
say?
Who
What would Keith
is
say?
the better driver?
Keith. I am way better driving. We get there way faster. I can get to Rob's house in like 8 hours. And Keith will take like 10.
Well, it only takes 6, but
Oh no, what was it? No, was it Cal? We're
Northern
to go-
Cali,
North
San
Cali.
Francisco.
We did that in like 8,
Oh my! You can get to San Francisco in 6 hours.
No, she cannot.
like 8.5.
I was going to say, man, that's like
that's a 12-hour drive.
It took us
Yep.
13.
Well, we gotta make
12
sure.
or 10. Well, I guess was
It's
stopped.
supposed
We
to be
stopped.
12.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did stop. Yeah. That was fun.
That was because the car drives itself.
That's true.
It
That is
does.
true.
We wanted to do something fun
That
and
was
something
cute.
different. So
Well, thank you guys.
So, in
Thank
case you
you.
didn't know, we've been in on this.
Yes.
yeah.
You guys, when did you get the ring?
Today on my way home.
When did you know that you were going to get it? When did you know?
I got the email.
Like before you left.
When I was in Cali.
And you planned all this.
Yes.
You're a
No,
shit.
just before you left.
Yeah, just before I left. Yeah.
Would you want to know?
No, I told her I
Okay.
didn't want to know.
Okay.
Look at that rock.
It's nice. We
Put that
picked it
behind
out.
something. It's kind of like.
And it's got
reflecting-
black diamonds in it.
It's reflecting
Nice.
and it's making a shine on the video.
I know. I need my sunglasses.
I
now.
know.
Jeez.
It's so pretty.
I want to be able to see.
It came out really nice.
It
actually.
came out, we really did.
Yeah,
So the funny story is, so we went and looked like a year and a half ago,
right.
you know, when everything's nice. It was before we bought the house. In the whole, like, do you want to get married to buy our house conversation? I was like, no, we
You
should buy a
notice how
house.
she said when everything was nice.
Yeah, right.
just
Ding, ding,
pointing
ding.
that out. Go
Like
back and
before we
review
had
later.
the house, when everything was nice. And we talked about it then. And so the ring that I was looking at then, we looked at when we went this last time. And I didn't really like it. But I only liked the fact that it had black diamonds because I always wanted colored diamonds.
Mhm.
And so the girl's like, oh, well, we can put black diamonds in any of them. And I was like, what?
Yeah, I got a
I'm
Sharpie.
like,
I got a
hold
Sharpie in
on.
the
Yeah.
back.
It's a
This
game
is a
changer.
game changer.
Yeah.
Let me look at this. So Keith actually picked out the ring and then we added the diamonds.
Nice.
So it was cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
know-
Well,
Good
congratulations.
job,
Thank you.
honey.
We're so glad that we could be part of
Go,
it.
Go
go
team.
team.
Yes,
Go Team
absolutely.
Davidson. Well, you guys are going to be there when Keith convinces Sheriff Lamb to marry us.
I'm working on
You're
that.
our witnesses.
Ooh.
I am
He's
working on
working
that,
on
by the
that.
way.
Are you really?
Yes, I
Oh,
am.
I'm so excited.
I'm working on that.
Oh, so excited.
Sheriff Lamb, if you're watching this,
Yeah, right.
That would be awesome.
please send me an
Calling
email.
out a big favor.
Please, please.
Oh,
Hey,
wait. Now it's
Dad,
getting personal.
Don't judge.
Oh.
Don't judge, okay? Don't judge on speeding tickets. It's not nice. Okay? It happens to all of us.
Some more than
Maybe-
others.
maybe
but
I
yeah,
was
me
you
and
just
know.
going to
Rob-
say that.
Maybe
but-
me and Rob a little more than others, and
Right.
we're biasly singled out for those criminal ones, but it's not our fault.
Oh man. All right. So we get to news of the week.
News of the week. It's
All
been a
right.
busy week.
It has been.
What has
week.
been-
Obviously,
But what has been
for some people,
what has been the big news, breaking news of the week?
Roe versus Wade.
I don't know. I don't watch this.
There's been a few.
I think Roe v. Wade
Apparently,
is the
something
think
about
everybody
men
is
and,
getting
men
their-
and
everybody is
vasectomies
getting
because
their
they're all
panties in a
riled up
bunch.
about
Yeah,
that.
everybody's getting their panties in a bunch over Roe versus Wade. So this actually is the world map that shows
Yes, you missed it. You're gonna have to go back and look. The ring.
just in case you didn't know,
I'll
the
send you-
show
I'll send
starts
you-
promptly at 7:00 Arizona time.
I'll send you a picture.
We
That
love-
is her number, right?
Yes.
You
we,
sent me that video, right, Andrea? I didn't know it was you.
we love you, Henry Metal Beer Club. We love you guys. Oh man.
And we just can't wait to meet you.
I know. I'm so excited for them to come out.
I
June
know.
June 10th, right? June 10th
June. Yeah,
is when we're doing it.
Awesome.
I have to take my other ring off.
Yeah, she
You have another ring?
Well, my promise ring that
He is
Keith
going to
gave
be
me.
so upset.
I know. Well, nobody's told his girlfriend yet.
She's
So-
sleeping in the corner.
Somebody.
She's not even in
Somebody-
there.
is she?
They're
She
gone.
left.
They
Oh my
left.
God.
Too much excitement.
She was
They're
like,
gone.
Too
screw
much.
this.
Yep.
I'm being replaced.
She's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, she's going to get in the car with us tonight.
I'm outta
Good. Can
here.
you learn how to take all her fur off? That would be great.
All right.
So this map indicates, so this is kind of the,
There's a lot of colors on it.
there's a lot of colors on it.
It's pretty.
And it goes
It's
into,
pink
Yes.
colors.
it goes
Aw.
into a whole article about, it's on Wikipedia about, you know, what states, what countries allow what. It's interesting. So the interesting fact that I found is
We have a lot of blue.
there are only so there
What
are
are
a
all the
lot of
different
so you'll
colors
hear a lot of and I know way too much about this again, as I always say. I've done too much research on this subject, more than I ever would have wanted to. So obviously the big story is that somebody leaked what the Justice Alito's opinion was and what the opinion was of other justices in the Supreme Court. And so that ignited a firestorm of everybody
A firestorm or a shitstorm?
because they're saying that this is not going to happen.
You
I
can
think
light-
it's more like
you
a
can light shit
shitstorm.
on fire.
Yeah, because they're saying that this won't probably, you know, if everything stays the same, this won't actually come to fruition.
Keith almost spit that out of
Oh my God, that would have been awesome. This is why Keith keeps
You know better than to drink
roll
around me.
of
Paper towel.
paper towels next
Yeah.
to him because he makes a mess all the time.
Well, at least it wasn't whiskey.
Right.
That
That hurt. That was. Whew.
That burned.
But it got released, and obviously it got released for political purposes. There's no two ways around it.
And this is like the first time in history of the Supreme Court, right? That
So
something
what
like
they
that
say
got
is
leaked.
that in the past there have been, you know, clerks and stuff. You know, so there's, you know, how many ever people that work actually in the Supreme Court, and there's clerks that work for the Supreme Court justices, obviously. Just like lawyers have paralegals and such. And so they go and they do all the studying. So somebody leaked it. And they said that this has happened in the past where a clerk will go and, you know, get a few bucks because they don't make probably a
Yeah.
whole lot of money. And they go and they get a few bucks from some reporter and say, yeah, you know, right now it's sitting at,
Blah blah blah.
you know,
Yeah.
5-4 or something like that. And it could go either way. This particular time, they actually snuck the piece of paper out somehow because they say that they
Wow.
are not allowed. I mean, from what I've heard from people that reporting on this week, like all papers are cross-cut shredded. Nothing. I mean, you
Like
cannot.
patted
You cannot
down,
bring.
yeah.
You walk into the building and you hand your phone over to security,
Yep.
and they don't give you your phone till you walk
Yeah,
out.
leave, yeah.
Oh,
They
really?
check you. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Like,
so
it's
like
super
somebody
That's hardcore.
committed a felony taking this piece of paper out of the building knowingly.
So someone's
Knowingly,
going to lose their job, huh?
somebody is going to go to prison.
Well, they probably
because
made a
they-
lot of
They
money.
specifically knowingly committed a felony.
Yeah.
So, you know, and they probably have a piece of paper that they signed that said they would not do this.
Yeah.
So even in that respect. So that being said, I did way too much research on the abortion issue whatsoever. And it's interesting. I'm going to go through.
So what do all
So what
these
are all the
colors?
colors?
Yeah, what do these colors mean?
So the colors mean basically the same thing as this. And so the colors are all these different countries that allow
when you can abort.
all these colors are different countries and what their laws are with abortion. There are only 3 countries, including the United States, that allow unrestricted abortion, period.
How does that
Up
mean?
to and including
23 weeks.
when the mother is having contractions.
Which is 23
In
weeks.
some states, you can allow that. That is allowed. Now, the only other 2 countries are China and
That doesn't surprise me.
North Korea.
That doesn't surprise me either.
Cut down on their population.
The
Right,
vast
exactly.
majority of most of these countries, even when you see the blue here, the blue here, the blue here, the blue here, they stop at every other country stops it at a certain
Week.
week of gestation.
Okay, I see. I think that's Russia. That's got a lot of blue too.
Yeah, a lot of blue in the Russia.
Okay.
So, and all of Europe, vast majority. Of
So
Europe,
what's
I
the
should
yellow
say.
and red and everything else?
Yeah.
They outlawed. It's outlawed.
So you can't do it at
altogether,
all?
Period. You cannot have an abortion.
So blue is the only place you can have abortions.
Correct.
Wow, that does not surprise me
Right.
at all.
So
There are certain things I am surprised about. I mean, in certain countries and even continents that they allow it, or not that they allow it, that it's outlawed. That
Hmm.
kind of surprises me.
Like South America or
Well, some of the poorer countries, because
Yeah.
you would think that they wouldn't want
Nope.
more,
Because
populations,
but there are
You
but
then
there are,
have
Born
to
into
have
poverty.
the medical facilities to handle that.
but there are more.
true, but there's a lot of volunteers too that go into the.
But you
those
look at
But
like
it's
these.
not
So you look
something
at
that
like
you
these
can just
red.
do like
so
on
like
the side
red,
of the road.
And if
you
you look
have
at what
to
these
actually
countries
have a
are,
medical facility.
so
No, and
red.
I
So
get
this
that.
red here,
That's
this is
what's-
Libya. This one right here.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but this red
I
one
see
right
the
here,
red.
that's Libya.
Okay.
This one down here, this is
Sure.
Ethiopia, I think, the Horn of Africa. I think it's
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ethiopia. Like the yellows and the oranges are under certain circumstances, like if the mother is going to die, but
Yeah.
red is absolutely positively no, it's
No.
not, it's off the charts.
But if the mother's going to die, that's then not abortion. That's choosing the mother's life over the child's life.
But the religion plays, I mean, there's
Sure,
different parts of the
there's a
world.
lot.
I
have
get that.
different-
I get that. I get that.
I mean,
know.
there are those circumstances medically.
That are
Yeah.
medically necessary.
Right, absolutely.
Everybody says, "Oh, well, it's an abortion if the fetus is in the fallopian tube." No, that's called saving the mother's life. That's
Can we keep
not
it?
that's not a child. That's
close
an
that?
ectopic
You can close
pregnancy.
I can close that.
Or you can just leave it up there. So pretty.
Or,
So that
So-
picture is actually from our backyard.
It is.
is that really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Keith
the
took that
sunset,
picture like
yeah.
2 weeks
Awesome.
ago.
So even when we talk about, and I'm just for context purposes, and so I looked up several different. This one seemed to have the easiest to understand. So white,
So the dark blue.
so
is 6
white. Let's start
weeks.
from the lightest. So white means that it's legal under all circumstances whatsoever, up until and including the mother is having dilations.
That's insane.
What? So like
Yes,
I'm 38 weeks
Yes.
pregnant,
Because New York's one
Dilated.
of them, right?
and having
To-
contractions.
and you
And they
can
can-
murder this child.
Yes,
I want to know how it happens.
They
I want to know how
you
it does.
don't really want to.
I really do.
It's
I really
No,
do.
they
Yeah,
have
you don't.
some
Because-
because I've heard
I know how it is when it's smaller. They smash it up and suck it out. But what do you
Right.
do with a child that big? That's a fucking.
they send
Shop
some
vac.
kind of a scalpel or scissors or something like that and literally cut the head off.
They do. I get that. But then what do you do? Pull out a dead body?
Yes.
Yes.
I hope y'all are fucked up for life when you see that.
So
Just saying.
that being said, the light blue means that it's third trimester. You can do it up to the third
23
trimester.
weeks.
This means viability, means that the baby can live outside the body,
22
the
weeks.
mother's body. Obviously, here's 24 weeks.
24 weeks though. See, but viability is 22
But
or
it
more.
varies. And I found because there are certain guidelines as to yes, because I even looked it up because I'll come to this in a second.
Okay.
Because this
Why
is
you gotta
20
rile me
weeks,
up?
which is the vast majority of the states. And
Oh,
then
it's
there's
Christine. She
and
put
then
a
there's
picture on there. I
two
like that.
states that went to 6 weeks. So Texas,
Good.
when there was all the hubbub about Texas,
Right. I remember
That's
that.
why
and
they
then
did it.
Oklahoma literally just passed it.
Yeah.
So that being said,
But so I am gonna make a lot of people mad right now. So I'm not against 6 weeks.
here's 6 weeks.
I'm not against 6 weeks for the fact that if I am raped, it's gonna take at least 6 weeks to know whether or not I'm knocked up. Right? Because 4 weeks, sure,
Possible.
you miss
And
your
they say the
you miss
vast
your
majority
period.
of the
So I'm
industrialized
like 6
world.
weeks. I'll give you 6 weeks.
So what about in the case of someone was given a Mickey
Yeah.
and
you don't
was
remember.
was raped, they missed their period,
It's gonna be 6 weeks till you figure it out.
but sometimes especially if you have women that have irregular periods
yeah,
that they
that's true.
miss them, or
You're normally 6 to 8 weeks anyways.
sometimes people miss them.
Yeah.
The vast majority. Now going back to this interactive map, and if we look at, let's pick like Florida as an example. And so it talks about it's illegal after 24 weeks. Blah blah blah. State Medicaid for abortions. Waiting period for abortion none. Parental involvement none. Consent and no trigger law. There are several in here, and I didn't pick any for example, so I don't know off the top of my head. We'll just grab like Ohio here. I mean, there's several of them that require after whatever the law
Yeah.
says that a doctor can come in and be able to say this is a special
Yeah or
case,
nay.
blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Absolutely.
And so as long as you have a doctor to be able to say okay up to another cutoff period, then it is allowed. So it's very Bill.
well, and
please.
especially, but this is
Why
my
am I
thing
having
is-
a dogfight under my
I know,
under
you're a
my,
dog-
under
you're in
my
a
seat right
dogfight.
here?
So my concern is everybody's like, oh well, if you need to save the mother's life, blah blah blah. That's not abortion.
Right.
That's not an abortion. That's choosing the mother over the child.
But there are some people
For
that
severe medical reasons.
exactly,
yeah.
that's a medical reason. Just like ectopic pregnancies are a medical reason. Just like a DNC, because
But
the
some
fetus
people look
didn't-
at it as black and white.
I get that, but that's not. It's medical. That's
I mean, it's
what's
just
the
interesting
black
that
about it
and
the
so you
white
get
about
after
it.
13 weeks, now you enter in for the 14th week, you enter the second trimester. And so I mean Texas and Oklahoma, they said 6 weeks, period. That's it. It's
Yeah.
over.
I'm good with
Now,
6 weeks.
12 weeks.
8
they
weeks
said
I'll give you.
the vast
12,
majority of
That's 3 months.
the vast majority of the world calls it somewhere between 12 and 20 weeks.
That's 3 months.
And
If
20
you
weeks,
don't
I
know
mean,
after
so,
3
'cause they
months that
say,
you're knocked
well, now
up.
12 weeks
Okay,
is supposed
but-
to be the point where you can supposedly,
Feel the baby and all that other crap. Yeah.
well, there's supposed to be where you can recognize a heartbeat.
What if you find out that the baby doesn't have certain
then
organs?
that's
That's a
not an
different- or-
abortion.
That's
That
a-
is not an abortion. That
It's
is
a
a
quality of
medical
life issue.
necessity.
there are
That is
certain-
not an abortion.
there are a lot of the countries in the industrialized world that do allow for
If your baby has
those
no
type
arms and no
situations.
But some
whatever,
people
and
We're
their
still,
talking-
chest is full
we're
open,
talking
that's not a
no-
child.
I
but
think
some
we're
people
talking
still
no
say
reason.
a life is a life.
I get that, but then you need to stop. You need to worry about the dog shelters and stop worrying about humans, because you obviously don't understand medical necessity either. So
I mean, this is where we're talking, I mean, even when you say 20 weeks,
a baby can live on its own at 22 weeks.
is it?
22
Okay.
weeks they can. It's rough
the
and it's
general-
going to be
that's
a
the general.
hard, but 22 weeks is the youngest they've saved.
Because
a
they say like
fetus.
here, 20 weeks. The baby is the size of a banana.
So
and
22,
and they've
22
had their
weeks.
first bowel movement.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah, they shit inside you. Oh, like your dog just.
you know, I mean, it actually, in reading this earlier today or yesterday, this was amazing as to how fast a baby actually grows.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's
Oh, yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
So I mean, because they're in the early.
Well, look how fast they grow just once they're born. That
I,
first
well, I
year.
get that,
Once
but
you
I mean,
let 'em
they
out,
are
they
they
just
are
go.
literally
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
very very beginning. They are doubling in size from 1 week to the next.
There's
Oh
a
my
very big boom outside.
So our dogs are going
Attack
crazy.
dogs.
Yeah.
There they go.
God.
They
So,
got
so I
it
mean,
under
here's
control.
22 weeks. And then here's where the vast majority of the cutoff is. Period. Right.
You're going to
now,
murder that.
You know,
That is an infant.
starts. You know,
Come here.
Jesus.
You are fine. Stop.
you know, the baby is the size of an ear of corn, and you're definitely showing by 24 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, tremendously.
But they said now on the flip side, going back, I'll skip ahead a little bit because one of they said about U.S. laws, and they say that only about 8% of abortions happen after 13 weeks.
Not very many of them do.
Not very many.
Mm-mm.
So the period, I mean, other than Texas and Oklahoma, the rest of the states, 48 states in the U.S. will allow up to 13 weeks. Well, 12 weeks.
Yeah.
So again, what are we getting upset about?
Just because
The fact that it's
something
an
to get-
option. The fact that it's an option.
Well, and I get that.
The
And
fact
so
that
the other
within
part of
the
it is,
first
so
6
now
months
what is the repeal of Roe versus Wade? I'm going to ask the two women because, you know,
I don't know what Roe versus
What-
Wade was all about, but I'll go with you.
so repealing the universal right for an abortion, what does that now mean?
it defaults back to the states, whereas
defaults
so
back to
many
the-
people don't understand that. They think that, oh my God, we're not going to be able to have abortions. Period. End of discussion. All
No,
it
it's
means
still
is
always up to the states.
it goes back to the states. Now, some states have been already making and passing
Mm-hmm.
certain laws within the last couple of years. I want to say.
Well, some states have what they call trigger laws. So I didn't
Yeah.
even know this until I started doing this research this week, in that they had laws passed, some of them for years, that stated basically if Roe versus Wade ever overturns, they
This
have a
is what
law
we
that
do.
goes into
Yeah.
effect. Some of them have had laws passed
For years.
and they've been stuck in court. They have, because it is a federal protected blah blah
Okay.
blah. So
So now that it's not anymore.
now that it's not, a handful of states, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 8 to 10, are going to have their laws.
Are going, oh, mine's already done. We're good.
Yeah, their laws are going to be enacted.
Done.
So,
They've thought ahead, basically.
but on the other hand, again, the vast
Which again, is
majority of
this a
these
federal
states-
issue?
Well, see, and Wendy
That's why
had,
they're repealing it. Or
Wendy had an advantage because her and I talked about
Right.
this
yeah.
already earlier this week, because it's like, so why is there no federal law on murder?
It's up to the states.
It's up to the
And
states.
the clarification is up
So
to the states,
again,
which is
yeah.
interesting.
Why is there a federal law on abortion? Again, it should be up to
Because
the
it's been a
states.
political game.
But the whole thing is the fact that it should, the way the Constitution was written 200 and something odd years ago. Dan, do the math on that, please. That it should be up to the states. The federal government should not have a say in it whatsoever.
No.
So along that vein, and I'm going to make a little detour here with vaccine mandates. How shouldn't that again default back to the states then?
See, now
Wendy, stop being
you're gonna
silly.
make
I
me,
know.
you're gonna make me jump all
He's
the
gonna
way
have
to
to
the
jump
back.
all the way to the end.
I'm sorry.
We're good. Let's get off
What
the
the
board.
Okay.
fuck was that? What?
You gotta
We'll
wait.
get to that later. So 2021, mask up and get the shot. Vaccine mandates now. 2022, my body,
Absolutely.
my choice. I'm not
What
your
did I-
incubator.
What did I tell everybody from the beginning? Why is it you can now tell me what to do with my body when 5 minutes ago it was, oh, you're a woman, you can do whatever you want? What the fuck is that?
Didn't you see the me? Didn't you see
No.
didn't you see the group text when this actually came out?
Yeah, the new emoji for the birth.
I
thing.
did. I sent it to you guys with the family with the two men's that are both knocked up.
Well,
I
this
would
is-
love to
This
see
was
that.
Gavin
I'm
Newsom's
sorry.
tweet from yesterday.
Please show me if men could get pregnant. That right there. Done. Men can't. Done.
Well, according to Apple, which lives in California,
Of course he lives in fucking California. He's tracking my COVID shit.
Are these people on crack?
yes,
Seriously,
Yes.
is this really
They're
the life
they're
we're
the
living
exact
in
same
right
ones
now?
that said follow the science.
This guy said follow the science.
No,
No,
but
it's just the
these-
same
but
people.
this-
It's the same
this-
fucking whack jobs.
these guys in
Sorry.
general, it's not in the news, but there's actually in Oregon. I was so incensed with the fact that in Oregon, they made a law to put tampon dispensers in male bathrooms in schools.
What?
See, this conversation pisses
In
me off.
schools?
It really
In
does.
Are
schools.
you
It
serious?
If you
pisses me
have
off.
a penis, you go into the
Because-
men's room. If you have a vagina, you go into the
You want to
women's
know
room.
what? That's what I want on the side of bathroom doors right now. I want a penis or vagina. That's all I need. Don't
Right?
say men, women. Don't put a sex symbol upside down. Put a fucking penis or
It's
vagina.
pretty universal.
Done.
This is
I don't
ins-
care what you feel inside. You got
I
one
wanna
hanging out. You
know-
go in this
I
side. You got an
want to
innie. You go on the
see
other side.
What would you please, before next week, draw me the symbol
I will
that you
fucking
want
do
on the
it.
door for the
I will
vagina?
do it.
Please, I just want to see.
Done.
An
I
eggplant or a
really
peach.
want to see what this looks like. She's already got it in her head.
You're not
She's-
funny.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
I want you
Just
to
because it was going to be an
draw that
eggplant with two
sign
nuts under
for
it.
me. And please, I can only hope that it looks like the Bat Cave.
That what? It looks like the back.
That
page.
bad game. This,
I don't
you
know what that looks
Why
like.
are we? Why are we even having these conversations?
Because we
people?
have to.
There's a
Seriously,
reason why
this
I
is-
don't have children because I would.
This is
lose it.
disgusting. It's disgusting.
No, I have
It
not
really
been looking
is.
at. I have not been looking at what the comments have been.
After having kids,
I think everybody's in shock.
But I see heavy metal up there a lot. Are those old?
They're talking about
News
Children.
is an idiot. Oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Newsome. Right, Lindsay. Make it easy. Yep. Penises or vaginas. That's it.
but this is
it's pretty
You got
universal.
an innie or an
symbol.
outie.
the whole abortion thing pisses me off even to talk about it. It's like, oh god.
Well,
No,
and
you wanna
again,
know-
and maybe I'm wrong. I don't know if I'm wrong. Maybe I am wrong.
You want to know this is where my thought gets into it. I have two thoughts. First thought is I was raised, you open your legs, you know you're going to get knocked up, you take that responsibility. My second opinion is after working in the medical field so long, I have dealt with these mothers who have had abortions 10 years later, who deal with that regret still, who are still suicidal, who still
For
have
the
those
abortion
issues
or the getting
because
pregnant.
they had
the
an
abortion.
abortion. Because they murdered their baby. Because yes, they couldn't have taken care of him at the time, but I would have figured it out, blah, blah, blah. But I made that decision and now I can't take it back. I get that. Absolutely 100%. So I've dealt with those mothers later in life.
Well,
And that's why I'm against abortion. If you were raped, by all means, you were roofied, whatever, absolutely. Because that wasn't your baby, essentially. That was a parasite.
It wasn't
Like,
your
you can't-
choice.
That wasn't your choice.
I go back to what I always say. There's a time and a place for abortion, and I think it's a necessity, like
Medical
you said, and a medical
necessities.
reason. But it's just gotten to the point
But
where
that's
it's
not
like
an abortion
is it
to
just
me.
because you don't want a child. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I
But
tend to
it
be.
away.
I go back to
You can 100% always, and she even, one of the ladies I'm talking about was in multiple times for suicidal tendencies. Said multiple times to me, she's like, I wish I would have just had him adopted because I then could have 10 years later reached out or whatever. And I know that kid would have been safe. Even if they didn't want to have anything to do with me, I know I didn't kill them.
But it goes back to the fact that so it's so easy for people to do this. We've lost all morality when it comes to human life. We really have. I mean, if we're aborting children at 23 weeks, that's insane.
it
At-
is insane.
That's
I-
and
I
any
would
doctor,
agree.
Fucking contractions.
okay, so let me finish.
any
my
doctor
thought.
who would perform that procedure,
I would imagine they got to go through. I can't
I would
imagine
go
what
through
they
PTSD.
what they.
I didn't- I
no
didn't-
kidding.
100%.
I didn't even know how they did it until John just said it, and that just made it 10 times worse for me. I just rather not know how they did it.
They say
honestly.
that those that are so for abortion, once they see the process, they
They're
eventually
pretty
end
against
up
it.
changing their mind.
Yeah.
But
So they literally go in.
No,
Keith,
I
close
don't
your-
want to.
okay.
Seriously,
we
don't.
have-
Let's
I
not
told
talk
you
about
you
it,
didn't
seriously.
want to know.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, let's not talk about it.
But the
It's just
question is,
disgusting
but
to me.
again, do I have to invoke my morality on you?
No.
No, but I'm just
But at
saying
what
that's
point
what
Because
are you-
I don't
well, at
have
what
to live
point
with
are
your
you then
morality. You
not
don't
a
have to live
murderer?
with my morality.
Are you then not a murderer? At what point then are
But
you not
see,
a murderer? When is a
If
human life considered
if
a
you
human
want
life?
to choose to be a murderer, as long as it's not affecting me.
That's fine, but who's the doctor doing it? You doing it to yourself?
But the point is,
And what's that person think that you're
but
killing?
if you want to do you,
Mhm.
and here's where my thought process is: right or wrong. I'm not saying I'm right.
Conversation.
My point is, if you are okay with it, who am I to invoke my morality on you?
It's
that's-
something that they have to live with.
And that's fine. Exactly. It's something they
Yeah.
have to live with
They have to deal with that. They have to
for
live
the rest
with
of their
that.
lives, except for the other people they now bring into it.
You're right, but we can also still have a conversation on that's what's wrong with the world today. That's why.
Well, but
that's
there
why
are people that get
murder so
stoned to death in
easily.
certain parts of the world for infidelity.
And look at it. And here's a different way to look at things too. And this comes from the book Freakonomics, where
I have that book.
I know, in which certain things that we have done have kind of like a fallout. So one of the things was with Roe versus Wade, when that came into being, and I don't want to say abortions were prevalent, but that they could go get them freely.
Yeah.
That in the sector, the poverty sector, those people that they weren't bringing the kids in and perpetuating the poverty then.
Mhm.
It was alleviating that particular
But did it?
social.
Necessity.
But did it?
It did. It went down. It didn't. I didn't say it went away. It went down.
John's getting
She-
a bath from
yeah,
Shuby.
she
I know.
would she would just lick
It
my
went
big toe,
down,
which
so-
is really weird.
So imagine,
She's
and
such a weirdo.
crime too, because they figured that all these kids born in poverty.
Well, isn't that what China did? China said, "Oh, you can only have one kid." So all the families only had one kid, and then they realized, "Oh crap, everybody's dying off. We only have one for every two. What are we going to do?" So it's the same kind of thing. Like, yes, it did bring down the poverty. I agree with that. But also on the other hand, if you handed out birth control to the poverty sectors,
But sometimes
fix
birth
all the
control
it
males
doesn't
until
always
they're
work,
ready?
but it's still going to take it down to the same level
Right.
that abortions are going to.
So like the meme, fix all the males until they're ready.
Good with that.
Boy, there'd be a lot of teenage boys that would be all standing in line for that.
You can still have sex all day, baby.
Yeah, there's
All the fun with none of the regret.
Actually,
Oh.
they say vasectomies aren't 100%.
Neither is getting
Guaranteed.
fixed.
No, I
yeah,
know,
but they're
I know.
more but the success rate. for
I know some
reversal is-
people
Right,
that
right.
have had them
Yeah.
and also ended
Had-
up having
had
a
Been
kid
kids,
knocked
yeah,
up. Yeah.
yeah.
years later, not just
That's because stuff grows back together.
Yes, they do. Yes, it does.
So obviously, going back to the whole the point of this, obviously
There was a point.
There was the leak.
There was a point.
So there's a criminal investigation that's going on right now because of the fact that there was a
Leak.
there was a crime that was committed,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what because again, the opinion does not strike down or affirm Roe versus Wade. So nothing has happened as of yet.
Right.
So right now, the only crime that has been committed has been the leak. So those on the left that are sitting there and saying the crime itself means nothing, it's the fact that there's been an opinion means nothing. It's just an opinion. It's in play right now. So there's a left-wing group that's actually, they did this, I think it was this morning. They actually published online all the addresses of all the Supreme Court justices' home addresses,
Nice.
and they're asking for protests outside their homes this
Jeez.
weekend.
That is so
Good.
wrong. That's almost like
That
what was
is-
it? Cinema that got
Mhm.
followed
Yep.
into the restroom.
Yep.
By some nut job. That's
Yep.
just wrong. I mean,
And we're the extremists.
Yep.
exactly.
Well,
right.
and then on the flip side,
Go BLM.
so they're putting non-scalable fences around the Supreme Court, but are they doing the same to the Supreme Court justices' homes,
Houses? No.
where their families are?
Right.
And so again, it just says that, kind of what we showed up earlier, U.S. abortion law is actually a little bit on the unusual side.
But
for the rest
again,
of the
who-
industrialized world
Is that our crazy right wings that are doing that?
that are doing what?
That are showing up in front of people's houses?
The left wings.
Just the lefts.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
well, hopefully they have, they're armed and
We'll see what happens.
Making sure.
So
Don't they have
going back
bodyguards?
to what you said earlier, the
That
meme
they
you
support the
showed where
Second
the White
Amendment?
House says that the ultra MAGA is the most dangerous
Yes.
political group in modern U.S. history.
Do I get to be
Yeah,
a terrorist
right,
times
whatever.
2? A terrorist squared?
So hooker of the week.
Hooker of the week. Who is it?
Ooh.
So
I didn't even
yeah,
know about the
hooker.
hooker. Hold
see-
on. Let's get our
Should we do hooker
Do
of the
your
week?
hooker
Yeah.
Do the thing.
not my
Do
other
the
one. That was
thing.
good.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. You just love that because it shimmies at the end, don't you?
She loves a shimmy.
What
I
does
love
this,
it,
what does
shimmy.
this say?
Green
It-
jeans.
there's a-
Pierre.
I can't read it. The dogs are barking. Corinne Jean Pierre to replace Posky as white. Oh, is she a? Never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
That's Saki, not Posky.
Yeah.
That's
So,
Peppermint Patty.
Your favorite press secretary. Her last day is next week.
They having a party?
No more peppermint patty. I'm
No more
almost like
peppermint
upset
patty.
about
She's
that.
got a-
Why?
She's got a sweet deal going on over at
Like CNN or something.
CNSBC.
CNN
or
Plus?
something. BS.
So she can go.
BSNBC.
So sorry, I'm not sure what's happening in the studio right
I
now.
know. The studio is very active tonight.
It's this is what happens when you're gone all week and you come home right before the
Like,
show starts.
I mean, a little while ago they weren't even in here.
I know. Now they're acting
that's
crazy.
because they were
So
barking.
yeah, she's got an active gig going over at BSNBC, so she's got to go. And so
So did she leave us the?
So
Oh,
Corinne
not gonna
Jean
say it.
Pierre, it's an whole interesting story because of the fact that she, when they touted her, they did not give any of her background.
Mm-hmm.
They did not give any of her accomplishments,
Mm-hmm.
where she's come, where she's been, what she's done. It was all about her identity.
Right.
She's a vagina licking black woman, isn't she?
Yes.
Better
Of
pull
course
that
she fucking is.
Better pull that video off. We're gonna get blocked again.
So she is
Why would
a
she
black
not
gay
be?
woman.
Why would she not be?
And ironically, she's
Absolutely.
already having
Yeah, right?
What?
What,
the-
Lindsay's
I would
job?
not, you
Yeah.
could not pay me enough for that job.
I would love that fucking job.
You
What?
couldn't pay me
But
enough.
see that job, and so the funny thing is going back into, I don't even know how far back this tradition goes, but they say from press secretary to press secretary, even when administrations change, there is in the press secretary's office a flak jacket, and that gets handed from one secretary to the other
Huh.
A
because
flak? What's a flak jacket?
like a bulletproof
Yeah,
vest.
bulletproof vest.
Because it is the crappiest job in the White House. It has
I would
got
love that job.
It has got to be the crappiest.
You're the
job.
face of the White House, if you think about it.
You
Right?
are.
You're on
well,
every
I mean,
interview.
even in
You're
this,
on.
in this
Love
instance,
it.
they said that Psaki has been basically, she is the voice of the president. You are not sitting there and
Of course
well,
she
because
is. She's stumbling over
Biden
her
doesn't
words
come
too.
up with any of these policies. She's
No.
coming up with them ad hoc when she's being asked questions. Because another question or another point of topic that I didn't put on the newsletter for this week was the fact that they have basically said that they will do no more news conferences in the Oval Office.
What?
So any news conference
Why?
with the president will be done in one of those atriums like they did.
This is just for Biden,
Just
correct?
for
course.
Biden.
It's not
He's gotta
just
eat.
moving forward, period.
No, just for Biden. And the
Okay.
reason being because he cannot be trusted to not have a teleprompter and go off script.
Oh yeah,
So he has to be somewhere besides
in a
the
real
Oval
place.
Office.
Because
Because the Oval Office.
he can't just have a conversation.
Well, the Oval Office is sacred. So you're not supposed to be having, teleprompters in there unless he's doing the State of the Union, not
Right.
State of
Yeah.
the Union, but with the
Addressing
president,
the nation. or
addressing the
something.
nation,
Yeah, yeah.
type thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that type of thing. So, did you see that the DOJ launched a new Office of Environmental Justice, or basically the Environmental Ministry?
Really?
This was
Is that
announced
for the Ministry
kinda-
of Truth,
So instead
So we
of the
got
Ministry,
the Ministry of
Truth,
Truth.
now we have-
environmental
now
ministry.
we have the environmental ministry.
So was this like the czars back in Obama's day? Is that kind of
Even
the same?
better.
Even better.
This is 2.0.
Oh, TV. Yeah, exactly.
So
Jesus.
So
again,
what would this be in relation to 1984 then?
they don't have an environmental ministry in 1980.
Oh, really?
So what does the
Oh,
environmental
okay.
ministry do?
Yeah.
So they are in charge.
Are you the one burning down my food plants?
They are in
Probably.
close.
Oh, okay, good
They
job.
are in charge of making sure that all companies follow environmental guidelines.
Mm.
And,
I'm
future.
Like not
Don't we
Dumping
okay,
already
it
have-
sounds pretty.
like not dumping shit into the world. I'm okay with that. Like
yeah,
that's not bad.
I get
Sure.
that. But now it's,
Isn't that what the
your
EPA does?
but see, the thing is, if you're sitting there and you're making light bulbs, like we talked about last week,
Trump's light bulbs.
light bulbs, just
Don't-
light bulbs.
You can have Trump light bulbs.
Light bulbs that have existed way before the Donald. Light
Is-
bulbs that have been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
But now you're part of the one that says, okay, so if it's a light bulb and not LED, you gotta, now they come in and they said, you're not going to make that anymore. And you're not going to make, so everything now
Why?
has to be super energy efficient and everything has to be super. Why? Because it's the environmental ministry.
But don't we
that
have
LED light bulb and my regular light bulb have nothing to do with killing the world.
Right? But
Just
still.
saying.
But why do we have the EPA then?
Because the EPA doesn't go and deal with
That upsets me more than the abortion
manufacturing.
thing.
The EPA only deals with manufacturing if they're polluting.
Right.
Yeah, you're not polluting.
They're protecting. This is not protecting.
Oh,
This
gotcha.
is pushing the green agenda.
Yeah.
This has nothing to
This
do
is-
with environmental protection.
So the poor
This is
companies that are
pushing
making
the
the
green
regular
agenda.
light
No,
bulbs
this is
are
the
not going to
way.
be able to make
This
their
is the
regular light
way
bulbs.
to slam the green agenda home.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the way to do
This
this.
is this is pushing the green agenda on a I'm
And
drawing a
putting
blank.
certain businesses out of business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're not the right type
Hmm.
of business.
Sounds like socialism.
That
Just saying.
That
Right.
doesn't sound like socialism at all.
So I like my little picture here. Today's word is loan, a sum of money expected to be paid back with interest. Sum of money to be paid back with interest. Some money to be paid back with interest.
That's
Tomorrow's word, dunce. Someone who doesn't know what the word loan means.
That's funny.
And there's this poor old guy sitting here in the corner because Biden plans to cancel all student debt.
That is so
It's
wrong.
Not gonna
And
happen.
that is so wrong. I mean,
Well, he's got to pretend like he's doing something right other than just taking out light bulbs.
This is the other Hail Mary before the election.
well, and that's, I mean, it's going to.
What
But
do
you
you
want to know
wanna
what's sad?
bet?
You want to know what's sad is he's gonna forgive so much. What push it back
10,000.
3 months or whatever, and then everybody's gonna vote for him again. Oh, because you're gonna actually relieve it, and then he's gonna get in for another fucking term.
Well, the problem is
he
right
really
now-
running?
No, because they're saying this is going to be
We still
the,
got a couple years yet.
this is going to be
before
the
we know.
October surprise. So
Yeah.
before every election in November, there's the October surprise. They're
I know
saying
it's
that
the
this
October
is-
surprises.
This is going to be the October surprise. But the problem is now there are
Nobody cared.
differing angles as to whether he has the authority to do it with
Executive order.
an executive order. Thank you.
Well, he still has his other executive orders in, so he's got to take those.
Well, the environmental ministry is an executive order also. So because who so far who is the leading
Me too, Dad. Me
I know we went from
Super
celebratory
great at the
to.
hey, just stick around, Dan.
Cheers.
It's going to get better.
Okay. Well, we're waiting.
depressing
Oh.
We're waiting.
Believe me, I owe money for student debt, and there's a part of me that would say, "Hey, I'd love for somebody to pay it all off at the same time."
Yeah,
I 100% agree.
I would
Hold
too,
on, it
but your
gets
dumbass
better.
took it.
It gets
Okay.
better.
Okay. Let's hear it.
pro-abortion activists to
Okay.
protest the Catholic churches on Mother's Day. Just letting you know.
Are you serious? I
Jo-
don't know if I would mess with Catholic moms. I'm just putting that out there.
Joe
Oh,
Bayer.
Some of them
on
are pretty-
Joe Bayer on the View
I heard
is calling for all women to go on a sex strike.
sex strike. That's awesome.
Go hookers!
I heard that. That's awesome. She's such an idiot.
She
You
is.
want to know
such
what?
an
Nobody
idiot.
wants to have sex with you anyways.
The fact that
so
she,
you can keep it to
you know,
yourself.
the radio station I listened to, they said the exact same thing. They're like, well,
Nobody
who the
wants
hell
to
is
have sex
sleeping
with
with this
you. Yeah.
woman?
You can keep it to yourself, honey,
So,
all you want.
This
Right?
this right here is a copy of the actual tweet from Madonna, the Madonna.
The Madonna.
She sent
This
it
is a
to
rough night, I
she
believe.
sent it to
I
the
agree.
Pope asking if she can have a conference because she's been excommunicated 3 times and she thinks it's unfair. Like a virgin.
It's the same woman that wore traffic cones covering her
And she thinks
boobs.
that if she
Hey,
has a conference
She
with the
was
Pope,
covered.
there was what I
Don't
forget what.
judge.
Well, actually, she was excommunicated at least 2, if not all 3 times
How
because
do you
of,
get
what was the song that she did where she showed herself in the church kissing the minister, the priest. That's the
Oh,
one where she
yeah.
actually got excommunicated at least twice.
So
I don't watch her.
I'm not
sorry.
Catholic. What?
Oh my God! So this is funny because this was 2 days ago. She actually tweeted to the Pope.
Yeah, I know. Trust me,
Dan.
we're good on that.
Like a prayer. I was gonna say like a virgin, but it was
No,
a prayer, that's what it
no,
is.
wasn't
Thank
like
you,
a-
Heavy
It
Metal.
wasn't like a prayer, was
Was
it?
it?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know.
like a prayer.
I don't watch.
Maybe
like I
it's
said.
possible.
I don't watch her.
What?
So, in this week,
watch
we
You don't like
obviously-
Madonna?
No, I don't. I don't.
So we talked about it earlier. So the 4th was obviously May the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
The 5th was Cinco de Mayo. Sunday is Mother's Day.
Trust me,
Happy
Amanda.
Mother's Day to all you
Amanda
mothers
said
out
that
there.
to me, and I just looked at it.
You mean it's not birthing
Birthing
Birthing day?
Person's Day.
birthing person's day or
pushing
whatever they want
pushing a child out
it.
your
Oh.
vagina day? Good job.
So
You said
all
it
right.
gets
So
better.
that's where it got better, Dan. There.
Really, that's it.
No, it's not it. But come on, it's federal.
So can we change Mother's Day to pushing a fetus out your vagina day?
No.
And anybody
Don't-
can have that day because if
Don't
any
bring
man
that up.
if any man wants to do that, go for it.
There you go.
I will put it as that day. Right? You good with that, Wendy? Right?
So,
Go
Heavy,
for it.
heavy metal. She was talented back in the '80s, but man, she needs to give it up now.
Hey.
She really does.
Hey,
she needs to.
don't
give it
She's
up.
not, she's not out there anymore.
That's-
she's not do-
she's gotten better.
she's out there
but
enough to be able to want to
get excommunicated.
Apparently.
She wants to get
Well,
that.
that was her
She wants
past
to get
life.
that expunged,
Right.
She wants to get it.
and somebody
Sure.
probably told her here.
Pushing a
here's the
Hummer out
sponge.
your hoo-ha. Yep. A
So-
watermelon out
The
the
Pope
like
has got to
that.
sponge you down.
Yep. A watermelon
Yeah.
out the pooter. Mm-hmm.
Pooter. I like hoo-ha.
You don't like pooter?
Hoo-ha.
Yeah, we got
Pooter
a hooker
sounds
that
funny,
sticks a
but
pooter out all the time.
And I just want to say, Christine, your cups are on their way.
Wendy sent them.
Yes.
I
They
gave her
went-
the box.
They went in the mail last night, so they are
I gave her-
on their way.
I gave her the box.
She does. She looks bad shit crazy now. She really
She
does.
Well,
She's
she
been-
dated Dennis Rodman.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Oh, dear, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Really? She
That would-
dated.
I mean, I think when she first started,
I didn't think
I
Rodman still liked women.
I'm not going to take away her
Oh, yeah.
talent. I think
hell
she's
yeah.
very.
He loves women.
Oh, I didn't know
Carmen
that. He looks
Electra.
like
Yeah,
one.
Carmen Electra. I
Yeah.
mean, she's a very.
What?
He dated
Yeah.
Carmen Electra.
You didn't know that?
No, I don't watch TV.
I think it was Madonna.
Oh, that was
said-
years ago, though.
Madonna made the comment that he was the finest male specimen she had ever known, or something like that.
Oh,
and
apparently
if you
I'm
go
not
back and you
seeing
look
what
at-
she's saying.
That's
and
for
if you
sure.
go back and you watch the documentary on ESPN about the Bulls winning
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
6 rings, or the final dance technically, so the 6th ring, and so there was a point during the semifinals where Dennis Rodman, he was, they had been in Chicago, they had been winning everything, and all of a sudden he asked Phil Jackson, the coach, "Can I go take a little bit of time off?" And Phil Jackson
Oh, I
said,
remember that.
and
No.
Phil Jackson said, "Okay." And he jumped on an airplane that night and went to Vegas with Carmen
I
Electra.
remember. Yeah,
Ooh.
I
And
remember
And so
that.
Carmen Electra, so he missed a game. And Carmen
True
Electra,
story.
Carmen Electra says, next thing she knows, there's a knock at the door. And it's Michael Jordan. Where is he?
Yeah.
And she's like, he's in there. And she says she's hiding under the covers, going, he's in there. And because Michael Jordan had to come get Dennis Rodman and
wow.
put his silly
Wow.
ass back on a private plane to get him back to Chicago to play basketball.
True
Oh, yeah.
story. True
Yeah.
story.
Oh, God loves
Crazy.
Chicago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, crazy shit.
That's nuts. I didn't know any of that.
See, Madonna thought he was the best specimen because her whole dance crew is freaking gay. So that's the best thing she.
This guy was actually willing to bone her.
Yeah, right.
So obviously we saw that the Fed raised another 0.5%.
Yes.
Now it's the highest
Seriously?
that it's been in 2 decades.
Woohoo.
Rate. Ugh.
Let's go, Brandon.
Woo!
And obviously the stock market did not like it.
Nope.
It took a huge drop yesterday. Huge drop.
It's been closing in the positive until that, wasn't it?
It was they had 2 days of positive. Yesterday was in the toilet everybody was in the toilet. I went shopping yesterday.
Can we
So-
say recession?
Yeah, what do we? Yeah, let's go shopping.
I
What do
went,
we
That's,
need?
it's the time to go
I
shopping.
went shopping on the
Let's go
stock
shopping.
market yesterday. I went and
Buy
bought
low,
some-
sell high.
Yeah, I bought some stocks and I bought some.
I don't sell. That's my
commodities.
problem. I buy and then forget about it.
Freaking
No,
But see,
you
that's
you
not a
gotta
bad-
watch
but
them
that's
not a-
and sell
that's
them when
not
they
a
get
bad-
high.
As long as you're not, holding
I
on to
don't
the
like
bad
it.
stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually not a bad scenario.
Yeah. I
But
buy
The
it
ones
yeah, I
that
would-
are steady
but
and
I
you
would,
know they're going to be
Yeah.
steady, that's good.
Yeah, I went bargain shopping.
Rob.
yesterday.
Yeah, I do and forget about it.
So,
And then I look every couple months and I'm like, oh, look, I got $5.
I forgot I had that.
obviously, the General Accounting Office warns of an unsustainable fiscal future
Hmm.
with the debt reaching 200% of the GDP.
Jesus
Yep.
Christmas.
That is just insane.
That's horrible.
And Bongino brings it up the best every day. He talks about the fact that, and he's so right. So the federal government and the administration look at it from the standpoint of we're never going to amortize this debt and pay it off.
Never.
No.
Never.
Never.
We're never going to amortize it and pay it off, which
Never.
we could. I done the math. I actually did it.
We could.
And I plugged it into a website last night, and I was looking at it and what it would take to pay it off at, what was it? 0.1. Look who needs the paper towel now. Boy, give her a ring and she is a fucking hot mess.
Oh, shit.
So,
You can't take it back.
oh man.
There's no take backs.
You're stuck.
And so I sat there and I amortized it at
I think it was getting that bubbly.
1/100th
You
of a
signed on the
percent.
dotted line.
Right.
Because obviously the government shouldn't have to pay any percentage points on its own debt,
Right.
but it could pay it off. Theoretically, it can be done. They would have to amortize it for roughly around 50 years. And they would have to also, on the flip side, and here's the biggest if, is they need to get the spending under control. Because right now we're running 600 million in the red every year on our spending. And we need to get the 600 million below, and we could pay it off with roughly, if I remember correctly, it was somewhere around $57 million a year would pay it off in 50 years.
Yeah, but are we really going to do that? I mean, what have we paid off that we've borrowed in the past? Ooh, you got something, huh?
No.
He's like, no.
Loan, a sum of money expected to be paid back with interest.
I get that, but it doesn't seem like our government understands that term.
Well, but
and-
see, we have paid off we have paid down our debt in the past. So up until this administration, the largest debt that we've ever had per capita was after World War II to pay for the war.
Right.
okay.
So, and if you look at some of the charts from over the years, we paid it down. We
We've
didn't pay
gotten it
off.
under control. No,
We
it's
didn't-
never
yeah,
gone away.
It's never gone away, but we paid it down. We paid it down to a reasonable
weren't
amount to where we
taking
could afford,
more out.
yes, to where we could afford. And so what ended up happening is the administrations afterwards ended up getting to the point where, well, we've got it under control, so now we can spend more.
Yeah.
And so it started slowly creeping up.
Rising
And
up
so
again.
it, as everybody is aware of, the fact that the debt, if I remember correctly, Bush Jr. doubled it. Then Obama doubled that. Trump didn't double it, but he definitely added to it. Now, most of that is actually COVID that threw that the
In
vast
dispute.
majority of it.
Right.
And for Biden, even the vast majority of that was COVID also, because they just kept wanting to give away
Yeah.
money. And
Well,
let-
save everybody, save everybody, save
But-
everybody, save everybody.
but that's where we just gotta pay it down.
Yeah.
And so we could theoretically, if we get spending under control, we could actually get to the point to where we could pay it off with, if I remember correctly, it was like $57 million a year would pay it off in 50 years.
Could
What?
do it by exporting oil.
Well, there's
Don't
an
be silly.
interesting
But
book-
we're still importing oil, though.
That's my
There's
point.
an interesting book that I read not too long ago that talked about the fact that if we could put a 1% reduction, Wendy's reminding me of the time, 1% reduction of,
Not like we got distracted by anything or anything today.
No.
I'm just-
right?
Not at all.
This is why there was no quiz. But if we put a
Yeah,
one,
y'all put it on me and I fail.
badly.
Terrible.
So, but if we put a 1% tariff or reduction
better
on
than
our
half.
debt to
That's
China on everything, every dollar that we sold them,
Right.
every dollar that we paid China, they took 1% off of our debt, or 1/10%
Yeah.
or whatever the math comes out. I have to go back to the book and look at it. We'd be
We'd have
paid
it
off
paid
in
off.
10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. We
And
just
that's
keep,
the vast majority of who owns our debt.
well, like you said, I think a key point is what you said is stop spending.
Stop spending.
That's a
well,
start.
that's with anyone.
But we need the magical environmental association.
And stop robbing from us.
Yeah.
Environmental.
So,
what is it? The environmental.
Couple quick notes
whatever.
here. There was a perfect storm of U.S. crops planting amid talks of shortages. So, not only is fuel prices high, land that went fallow last year and the year before because of COVID, and then now all of a sudden fertilizer is either hard to come by or extremely expensive.
oh, so I ended up on the hit list.
Oh, we got a problem. And then on top of that, in case you didn't know, there was a baby
Ukraine.
formula shortage going on out there.
Oh my God. Yes.
That's crazy.
Like you
Uh,
can't
So
find it.
how does that happen? How does that happen?
I don't know.
Is
It's
it
products.
was it one of the fires or
No, I think it's one of the COVIDs finally. So everything we're seeing now is a year down the line, which is when it takes for production.
Yeah, but so many times they have so much stockpiled.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why we're feeling it now.
I remember hearing stories about the fact that there was so much milk and so much wheat and so much whatever that didn't get used.
Right.
During,
So they stopped
during
planting.
20.
Well, they
Well,
were
And
dumping
that's-
it.
is this the
No.
effect of that?
That's the same thing with the tire plants. That's why rubber's up so high. So tires are so expensive. So it goes back and forth. My dad was telling me this, and I actually looked it up, and it's true. So most of the tire plants are from Europe and India and stuff like that. So they literally go back and forth between rubber trees and coffee plants. So coffee is super cheap right now because rubber is super high. So now they're going to start pulling out their coffee plants and planting rubber trees.
But that
And then
doesn't
rubber's going to
happen-
drop.
But that doesn't happen
Overnight.
overnight.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. That's that up
'Cause
and down of it all.
Those are those real
That's the
slow,
normal. Yeah, that's the
ups and
normal up and
downs.
down. So that's why rubber's so high right now. I don't know
All right.
about anything else, but
Couple
that's
good
why
things.
at least that is.
So three things.
Good things for dad.
Three things for
I was
Dad.
going to say,
Okay.
are
Did you
these
see-
uplifting?
Well, this one is interesting.
Mm.
Okay,
So,
so that means no.
so Wendy and I were watching the other day
That means no.
on
What?
so on Netflix was Monty Python.
I
So
love
in
my favorite.
in
movie.
Monty Python in the
I'm
beginning.
not dead yet.
Exactly.
I'm still alive.
Do you remember
He'll
that?
be dead by tomorrow. I can't take him because he's just screaming. I'm
Yeah,
not dead.
Dong, bring out your
You're
dad.
dead.
I'm not dead yet.
He'll be
Cra-
dead by
All
tomorrow.
right, now
Can you
he's
just take him
dead.
today?
Yeah. Guess what? There's a video of a guy who actually was getting loaded into a morgue vehicle
What?
and got
That's
taken
so
to the morgue in a body bag. Guess what? He woke
was-
up in the morgue.
He was still
Oh my
alive?
God.
He was still alive.
Or was he one of these guys that they
Just
just
weird coma thing.
No, he
they
was still
came
alive.
alive
He was
afterwards?
still alive.
He was still alive.
You want to
Wow.
say? Can you do your impression again? I'm not-
Bring out. I'm not dead yet. He'll be
All
dead by
right.
tomorrow. I'm not dead.
That's crazy.
That's pretty good too, huh?
Yeah, it was.
fecal
love that
transplants.
Oh Jesus, we're gonna get on this
No!
topic again. I
It's
know.
a
Wait till
thing.
I know. Wait
My
till I-
It's a
doctor.
thing.
It's
It's
a
a
thing. My doctor
thing.
told me I need it not for anti-aging.
Fecal transplants reverse hallmarks of
I
aging.
mean, I guess it maybe could.
This is actually out of a British.
Can I donate my
publication.
poo?
Oh, I thought you were going to bring up that story of that they were going to use human waste for fertilizer.
Oh, they should be doing that.
That's actually for as
Well,
gross
that's
as-
actually a
for as
good
gross
idea,
as people
Wendy.
get
No,
about
it's
that,
think of all the pharmaceuticals that are in your
Oh, that's
system.
true. And then all the processed shit we eat.
All the
That's
processed
true.
Don't
crap.
do that because then you get
Take it
people
back.
shitting on their lawns.
you know, having
I'm just fertilizing the grass. Ooh.
having a little bit of a farming background and a little bit of knowledge in how wastewater treatment plants work.
Yes.
That's not really
Far fetched.
Somebody's
Crazy.
at your front
Yeah.
door, Wendy.
Apparently somebody, yeah, it's going to be a cat.
It's the Javelinas
Is it your
again.
Javelinas?
It's a stupid cat that sits at our
Oh,
front.
it's the cat.
But it's been keeping the squirrels
It
away.
keeps the
Hey,
squirrel-
feed
I
the cat.
Right, Christine? I'm with you. I'll keep my wrinkles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm good. I don't need
All
somebody
right,
else's
how about-
shit
here
inside
you
of me.
go.
I got enough of
Dan?
my own.
Dan, listen up, Dan.
Oh.
3 good reasons why you should be listening to more music.
3 good reasons why you should be listening
Let's
to
do
more
it.
music.
I agree with that.
So,
course you do.
one,
It just makes you feel good. Come
Makes
on.
you feel
Hey,
good.
actually,
What
you
other
can
reason
use
do
it
you
to
need?
sleep soundly. So, falling asleep to
I
music
can't.
that has a slow beat is supposed to actually, the studies have proven that music with a slow beat is actually supposed to lower your heart rate and make you sleep better.
I will stay up all night and listen to the music.
I will too.
I cannot sleep
Because
with
Wendy
anything.
will tell you that I have the most,
Uh-huh.
I have the quietest alarm.
Yep.
in
Oh,
the
I never
world.
Mine
hear it.
too. And I will
Never
wake right
hear
up.
I have the quietest alarm
Keith's
in the
is
world.
like a fucking air horn in the
Right,
house.
heavy metal? Don't need another
Oh my
reason.
god.
That's
Listen
how
to
mine
music.
is.
Like I can't.
Number-
I have to make
what?
him turn over, and I'm like, put on.
Shit
put
in
on
the
your-
streets. Dan, I
No,
swear you've been
fertilizer.
drinking.
Shit in the planters.
Right?
Help the plants.
Number 2, they say if you actually use the
Mhm.
music that you're most fond of while you're working, you'll end up tuning out all the distractions.
Yep. That's true.
Did you know there was an article out a couple of years back? I read it. Certain frequencies, some from music, actually have an effect on healing the body.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Have
We've
you
done
heard those
that. We've
studies?
done that in
It's
the
interesting.
hospital and stuff before. We put music on in with the NICU babies and stuff like that, Mozart stuff like that to help develop their brain.
See, the thing about heavy metal,
Whatever you want.
the thing about metal for me, it makes me angry.
It does.
Why?
Well, I mean,
It
there's
makes
been-
you get out all
and
your
I mean,
anger.
you don't even
Right.
need a study. I mean, everybody knows that if you put in the right type of music, it will change your entire mood.
It does. It
Absolutely.
certainly does.
There's
yeah,
no
for
surprise
sure.
to that. That's not, but on the other hand, and as much as I like, and I mean, I have literally playlists on my phone that go by
How you want to feel.
mood.
Right.
I have one that's called
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I have one
Happy
that's called
John?
Attitude or something like that. Yeah, I have one that's called, I am getting home and getting a Wendy.
Woo! That's like ba-chicka bam bam.
It is.
Actually, I
And then then they say the
I
third
agree, Heavy
reason,
Metal.
the third good reason you should listen to music more is because it creates harmony in your home. Now, I'm not sure about this because I like, again, the listening to what I like to listen to.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's, usually, 80s and 90s rock type stuff. But it says that there are actually healing frequencies you can have that you play that are barely audible that just create
Yep.
Yep.
kind of going in
Your
line with
mind knows
you
what it
say.
is. It's crazy.
Yeah, just some kind of frequency, a noise that actually makes your body feel better, even though it becomes more subconscious than anything.
Oh, I love it when it rains out. I am
There are a
100%.
lot of people that say that they love
The
sleeping
rain.
when the rain is, windows open when it's raining, blah,
You
blah,
can
blah.
smell it. Oh, it's so
Or
good.
next to the ocean with the waves just lapping. Yeah.
That I'll just listen to. I won't fall asleep. I just listen to it.
I'll fall
I can't
asleep.
fall asleep to it.
All right.
Out.
3 more things.
Okay.
Did you
We're
see
only
this?
over by,
10 minutes.
Yep.
So
no.
GOP members are now asking ICE how come they have $17 million in unspent hotel bills for illegal immigrants.
Unspent or that they spent.
Unspent?
Like they
Unused.
spent it
Okay.
So the
on empty hotel rooms,
so the
for
contract
illegals.
goes out and those rooms are held, and whether people are there or not,
and
they
they
still
pay.
get
And
billed.
it's not like they, whoops, they spent an extra $1,000 on a
Nope.
couple rooms.
That's a lot of money.
$17 million.
Well, $100 a room a night. You have 10 rooms. That's $1,000 a night.
So,
Okay.
they want
But
You're
to.
there for a
do the
month.
do the math for 17
You're there for a
million.
month. Oh, I know.
Yeah.
How many?
Oh, I know.
I mean,
That's-
$17 million worth. Again, goes back to
That's-
we need to get the spending
But
under
that's
control.
5,000 hotels holding 10 rooms a night for a month. There's your 17 million.
So they want to add all these extra agents to monitor us. I
Us.
think they need to be
And
monitored.
this goes back exactly.
Go back to
goes
that
right
side.
back to what I keep saying.
Flip that needle
We need
around.
we need to flip around between the IRS and the GAO, and the GAO needs to be one that's going and monitoring and auditing
Yep.
Yep.
how
Absolutely.
the government spends
Because
money.
they're spending our
I
money.
just learned it. It's new. but I'm learning it.
All right, Kentucky Derby. You know, hats and mint juleps on Sunday on Mother's Day. So
Yeah.
get
On
your mother
Mother's
a mint
Day?
julep.
I get to have a mint julep.
Yes,
I've never had one.
The
What's
hell's-
a mint
Really?
julep?
Oh,
Hell's a
I've had
mint
them.
julep?
What's a mint
They're all
julep?
right.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
what
think
is
we
it?
should have one.
I don't know what it is.
Just to have one.
Why are
Just
you
say
looking
that we did.
disappointed?
Because I should have brought some. Now that I
What is it?
What the hell
Is
is
it a
mint
drink?
julep?
Is it a food? Is
It's
it
a drink.
I'm gonna have to.
Oh, I'm like, is it a cake? Is it what
You
is
got
it?
No,
computers
it's
in
a
front of
drink.
you,
It's a
figure
drink.
It out. I
It's a
mean,
drink.
It's a
Did
drink.
you?
It's
Whoa.
I mean, it's
alcoholic
really-
drink.
Do you want me to sit here and show on my screen as I'm googling mint julep?
She did the whoa. Oh man.
I'm so sorry.
Well, don't float away, Christine.
I'm so sorry. If Ghost Wendy was on here, she would be cracking up right now.
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Back to
So,
what you're talking about.
Go to the week.
Quote of the week. I just thought this was interesting. I saw this somewhere. Sigmund Freud said, "From error to error, one discovers the entire truth."
True.
A little deep,
That
That
Yeah,
is
it's
a little
kinda-
deep.
Very
but
deep.
it does get you to the point where, you know, it basically goes back to the, you know, if you make enough errors, you figure out where the truth lies.
Pretty much.
And that is the Newsweek and the newsletter. And,
That's it.
you know, congratulations to Lindsay and Keith. I
Thank
guess
you.
Keith is
Thank
kind
you,
of
thank you.
kind of involved in there.
It was fun. It was I'm glad we got to pull it off.
I can't believe you did, you stinker. And you guys were in on it.
Oh no, we had no idea.
Nothing to
No,
do with
not
it.
at all.
No
Nothing at all.
idea.
No idea.
whatsoever.
Totally
idea.
enough time to like make a sign and all this. Come on now.
Do a whole quiz. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Thank you
We
guys.
appreciate it. Hey, I do want to say we are up to 1,400 followers on Truth Social.
Oh,
Really?
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 Wow.
We are kicking butt on Truth Social.
I need
I
to start
think I-
posting some memes
we do.
on
Yeah, I
Truth
think I'm
Social.
still up
then.
to 3.
Are you?
I think
I
I
don't
have
know. I haven't
two.
looked in a while.
I think I have John and Coffee Table Chronicles.
I can't find you. What's your username in there?
No idea.
No, because
I made it up.
that's why I can't find it.
Now I got to look it up because I don't even.
I think
know.
it's Linze. Hold,
I
please.
wonder why.
Hold please.
Totally made it up. Because I did my name and somebody already had it. So then I got mad and just made something up.
So the big question for tonight's episode is there?
Oh, yeah. I'm Linze.
Oh, I got. Whoa.
Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa!
4 followers.
Oh, I got 2. Who's your other 2 so I can go be friends with them?
I got Lindsay, Coffee Table Chronicles,
Chronicles.
Bruce
that all?
Green. Love you, Bruce. You are the man. I don't know.
Bruce.
And then oxycodone.
Well, all righty then.
All right.
See, but I'm
And
only
Oxy is the best because he didn't even have a picture.
Good job. See, I have a picture of me drinking a beer.
I do. I got that.
I know
got
it's a
that.
cute picture, right? I'm
we
not-
actually like Woodford Reserve, don't we, John? We tried that before.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we
Woodford,
have a big
That's my
bottle.
go-to.
Yeah.
That
he
is
likes
no, dude. That is.
Which one is that? What bottle is that?
It's just like a.
I get that in Costco size.
Yeah, no, I don't like that one.
Well,
bad.
Dan, I'm going to tell you, it's going to take forever.
Just
before I get to
barely
the point-
today.
Yeah,
He's never on
it's going to
Facebook.
take forever for
Wow.
me to actually go and
Well, I feel
approve that
special.
because
We've
I
been
never
friends
go on
longer.
that
I
Facebook crap.
know. I'm like,
Yeah, you're never
wow.
on Facebook.
No. Yeah.
No.
No, Facebook is a toxic sewer. I just don't go.
And like no. Any
That's
other
where
social?
that's where I get on
medias?
I
arguments.
will.
so-
I mean, I was on Getter today. I was on Gab today because
not
I
on
was
any of
sharing coffee table. Obviously, I just went on Truth right now. I go on Instagram every now and then just because it's less toxic.
rile
because there's-
people up.
There's no words.
I like
right?
just dropping
Right.
stuff and
Yeah,
going.
I was
so-
waiting for a green check on Facebook to go away up here after you said that.
I went on. I went on. I think I went on Twitter.
no, if we didn't
like,
lose it
last
with what I
week
said
once.
earlier, we're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't.
It's
We,
true.
knock on wood, we've done pretty well so far.
Yeah, they don't watch us the whole time. It's fine.
I want to get, I got to say, being on Truth Social for the last couple weeks that I've been, watching what
Being on
people
Truth
post,
Social.
we got to get people to come on our show because there's There's a lot of
Well, we
like-minded
can-
people.
I think you need to
out
just
there.
start reaching out to people individually.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start talking to people?
I think we should really
I
need
can
to
do it.
because I mean we have a lot of
Right.
people that
I'll
follow
be like,
us and-
"Yo,
and
Oxycontin.
Retruth our
We need to be
posts,
friends.
Mhm.
but I don't know if they make it on the show. I don't know if they get a chance to watch the show. So we really
They need to
get
come
these
on the
people
show and just be like, Truth Social, baby.
right? Exactly.
So we are at the 8:45 mark. Just
We
Yeah,
are.
we're way
putting
over.
it out there.
I'm so,
So,
sorry.
want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it, as always. Give a shout out to our veterans, our first responders, our medical
Absolutely.
workers, everybody who makes this
Military,
country
all
great.
that good stuff.
Thank you so much for what you do. Just a reminder that next Saturday is the Globe Paracon.
Yay,
So
we're gonna be
anybody-
there.
Anybody who's local, please come up and hang out with us in the beautiful city of Globe.
Are you guys coming?
we might.
You guys should take. a
You
ride
should
up.
come because there is certain heavy metal beer people who might be there.
They'll
Yes.
be there.
Oh, really?
No,
They
not
will
Mike.
be.
They will be.
They
there.
will be.
Oh, so that
Oh.
actually makes it more enticing. Because I mean,
Yes.
we like going to Globe and Superior.
Yeah, we
so-
do.
That's
Take
it.
the bike up there.
Well,
Make it a
that's,
We would.
ride
that's-
day.
We
that is
would.
one of my favorite places to go.
Absolutely.
The problem is, unfortunately, it gets sometimes this time of year, it's a little
little-
sketchy as to
yeah.
how cold it is,
You could get a little nipply. It's okay.
Yeah.
especially when you're on the bike.
It'll be nice this time of year, though. It'll be really
Yeah,
nice up
And
there.
we close by 5, so go up in the
Not always.
afternoon with us.
That's
not
true.
always.
That's
It could
true.
be a little nipply.
But
Bring
now
your
that it's
jacket.
getting warmer, there's a great little bar in
Porters
Superior.
in Superior.
In Superior.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Porters.
awesome. They've got a great little. They got a band out there on Friday night.
And there's a
Yeah.
Bios de Books gentleman that will be out there selling
Oh,
books.
Dan's gonna be
Oh,
out
see, now
there.
I'm-
Now we
I'm
gotta
all in.
go.
You can get an autographed copy of his book.
You could.
Oh.
You could possibly do it.
You could do it.
Like
and
I
there's a
couldn't- like I
great
couldn't get
sales.
one otherwise.
There's a great saleswoman who will be there pushing his books.
The future, Mrs.
Awesome.
Davidson.
Oh shit, that's like a thing.
But it really is. It really is a thing now.
Officially, it's a thing.
Oh, it's a real thing.
You know what they
Shit's
say?
getting real.
Be careful what you wish
Yep.
for.
Shit's getting
It's like
real.
a real thing. Oh,
Yep.
shit.
On that note, everybody, have a great weekend.
Yes.
We'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Be safe and God bless America.
Bye.
See ya.